Wow. Hey, 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 hey. You guys come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. You guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. Those of you that may be new to my space, welcome. My name is Beverly Wathour, and I am a business strategist specifically for established Christian female coaches who desire to accelerate their income and their impact without compromising their Christian values. And so, you guys, welcome to the live for today. I told you guys I was going to go live doing a multi-part series when it comes to how to get your next 500 email subscribers. So we are now on part 4. And so if you missed the other parts to this series, whichever platform you're joining in from, so whether or not you're joining from Facebook, my personal page, my Facebook group, my business page, whether or not you're over there on good old LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, hey, Christina, thank you so much for joining us. So whether or not, whichever platform you're joining us, you'll see the other parts to it, parts 1 and 2. Parts 3, and then today part 4. So you'll see this right here. You'll also see reels that I've been doing to go along with the series to give you a preview of what we're going to talk about in the live. Okay, and so you guys, if you missed part 1 and part 2, it was all about your freebie. See, the key part to growing your email list, which we know as established Christian female coaches. Hey, Busala. Am I saying that right, Busala? I pray that I'm saying that correctly. Y'all know I'll jack a name up in a heartbeat, charge it to my head and not to my heart. And so we know as established coaches the importance of having an email list. Like, people don't have to tell us that we need to have an email list. An email list is a powerful way for you to have I said it right. For you to have consistent conversation, consistent communication with your ideal clients off a social media platform. We already know we don't own Facebook. Like, nobody has to tell me, every time there's a glitch with the platform, if there's a glitch on Facebook or a glitch on Instagram, people will come on and it's almost like, nanny boo boo, that type of thing. See, I told you, you need to make sure you have an email list because we don't own any platform and internet. It's just the way and the energy when people say stuff like that, it irks my little spirit over here. I'm like, you don't have to say it like that. You really don't. We know that I don't own Facebook. Like, look, when I look at my bank account, I don't see the billions in there. So I know that I don't own Facebook. I know I don't own Instagram. So you don't have to hop on here and tell me that every time the platform goes down. But we know by being good stewards, once again, of the businesses that we have, that we want to have multiple ways to communicate with our ideal clients. And so one of those ways is your email list. With your email list, you can literally have conversations with the people that are a part of your email community as consistently as you desire. And so that's the importance of having that email list. You have another space where you can build that rapport. You can build that know, like, and trust factor with the people who are on your email list. And so that very first part to this series, we were talking about what type of freebie to create, because depending upon who your ideal client is, it's going to determine the freebie. And so one thing that I do tell people when it comes to your freebie, more than like, we don't want the regular newsletters that we're used to doing, where you'll do a little banner and it has your face and then you're talking about this is what's new going on in the company, that type of thing. That's not as effective as it used to be. So it's okay for you to stray away from the formatted newsletters. It's okay. It's okay. Also, I tell people all the time as well, for your freebie, don't send somebody a chapter to your book. Some of you guys like, wait a minute, babe. Look, if it's not, because with the freebie, one of the key components of a freebie is that people can take action. People don't need just more information to consume. They don't need to continue to consume. At least, let me speak for my clients. My clients, they're looking to take action. They're sick and tired of being sick and tired. They have the information. They're like, hey, I need someone to support me on this journey for the accountability and taking the action and allowing and pulling out things in me that I didn't even realize was there. They don't need just more information. Think about it. Even when you think about a basketball coach or a football coach or a soccer coach, they don't just have the kids just sit there and listen to information. They actually have people, they actually have them doing things, right? It's an action. There should be action that they're taking. It's the same thing with your freebie. And we're coaches. It's the same thing as us as coaches. There should be action that your people have to take, even when they're consuming your free content. And so once again, if you missed that first part when we came to freebie, we also talked about where to promote your freebie, because people are like, Bev, my next 500 email subscribers, where are people coming from, Bev? I don't see. Those people are all around you. Your ideal clients are all around you. That's why it's important to know the type of freebie that's going to grab your ideal client's attention. So we talked about that, the first part. We talked about the type of freebie. We talked about where to promote your freebie. And then yesterday we talked about the nurture sequence. So once people get your freebie, now the thing is you want to take them from that free content that they just downloaded from you, and now move them into something paid. And that's where your nurture sequence or your welcome sequence comes into play. So once again, that nurture sequence can be anywhere from 4 to 10 emails. There are certain things that you want to have in each one of those emails, because once again, we want to move them from free to paid. And so you guys, if you don't know what type of freebie to create, if you don't know how to promote your freebie, if you don't know the nurture sequence, you already know what I'm getting ready to say. Join my challenge. Join my 5-day challenge, because my 5-day challenge has 2 parts. The first part is for you to grow your email list. So time you join my challenge, which is only $67, time you join the challenge, you get instant access to a bonus masterclass. And it's all about how to get your next 500 email subscribers. So it goes into detail. This masterclass goes into detail on the things that we're talking about, your freebie. So literally it tells you the components of a freebie, the 4 key components, or the key components you want to have to your freebie. We talk about how to promote your freebie. We talk about where to promote your freebie. We talk about what to put into each one of the emails that goes into your nurture sequence. They're going to get emails that will come out that will talk to them about short video content and how to leverage that. It is so funny because someone messaged me. She was like, "Bam, I used what you told me to do about Reels to get all of these people that are now following her and people that are now on her email list." You guys, what I'm talking about works. What I'm talking about. So that short video content strategy that I gave you, not only will it build your email list, it's going to build your social media following. It's going to build your social media following. And so once again, the more ideal clients you have that are connected to you, the better chance you have of monetizing on what you're doing, right? And so once again, now you have the nurture sequence that comes out. So now you're building your email list. So I'm building my email list. What I want to talk to you guys about today with this 4th part is now that continued communication with those people who are on your email list. Okay, so now that they've downloaded your freebie, right? And then the nurture sequence has gone out. So they've gotten the 4 to 10 emails. And once again, those things go out on automation. You set that and forget it. You set it and forget it. Hey, Amy, you set it and forget it. Now, the next thing that my people, they really struggle with is like, Bev, I don't know what to email my people. Bev, what do I put in there? How do I continue this conversation with my people? So those of you that have an email list, you know, they signed up for your freebie, they've gotten your nurture sequence, and now you're looking like, okay, now what, Father? I don't know what's going on next. This conversation is for you, because we're going to talk about that continued communication. And so I encourage my clients to at least communicate with their list at least once a week. That's on the low end. Communicate with the people on your list at least once a week. And this is where they struggle, because they're like, Babe, I don't know what to talk about. Babe, I don't know what to talk about. And so this is the part when it comes to that continued communication. But the key thing is, when it comes to this continued communication, some of you guys are overthinking it. So I always tell my clients, well, start with what you have in your hands. It always reminds me of Moses. Start with what you have in your hand. Look at what you have in your hand. Most of you guys have content coming out the wazoo because you're good at creating content, because then it allows for you to hide and you don't have to get out there and ask people for the sale. Am I talking to you? If I'm talking to you, don't let us know. Don't raise your hand on this one. But tell your neighbor. Tell your neighbor she's talking to you. Tell your neighbor she's talking to you. And if you're in a room by yourself, then I'm probably talking about you. I'm just saying. Okay? So you guys, once again, think about the content that you already have. You don't have to go through here and reinvent the wheel. Amy, are you still on here? Amy, let me know if you're still on here. Because you guys, like I said, we create content all day, every day. So one of the ways to have that continued conversation with your people is to look at the content that you already have. Start with where you are. Okay, Amy's on here. Amy. I'm going to use Amy because, once again, what Amy does, part of what Amy does is she will take your video content, so your live streaming content. Amy will take your live stream content. You send her the link. She listens to it. She transcribes it in your voice so that you can then take that content and she creates a blog for you. So she formats it and everything. So, wait a minute. So, Bev, you mean to tell me that that live that I did on Monday, I can send that live to Amy? Amy will listen to it versus trying to do Rev or Timmy, because if I do that automated stuff, or even those people that like Rev, they do have humans there, but listen to what she says. She helps you put it in your voice. She goes ahead and she formats it for you for your blog post. If I do something like Rev or Timmy, they're just going to regurgitate back what I have. But Amy's going to make sure that it's formatted for me for my blog, right? So the people out there on the World Wide Web, now they can get that information that was in my live stream. But wait a minute, can I then take that same piece of content? Can I send it to my list? Why not? If it's valuable content, if you took the time to sow your time and your talent by doing that live stream, isn't it valuable content that you're giving? Well, it should be. Can't you now take that information that you did have on your blog and now also email it to your list? Once again, use what you have in your hand. Don't reinvent the wheel. Do not reinvent the wheel. Well, Bev, what about the people on social media? They already saw it. And there's people who are on my email list that are also follow me on social media. Do you really think every person that follows you on social media sees your content? Do you really think that every post that you put out there, the 1,500 people that follow you, all 1,500 people saw that? I wish it did. I wish it did. But it doesn't. And so this is the powerful piece. So look at what Amy said. So you guys, once again, I can do that live stream, send it over to Amy so she can go ahead and take care of it, get it formatted for my blog, post it over there on my blog. Now I can email my list and say, hey, have you checked out the blog that I did this week? In here, we talked about boom, 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 boom. Click here on the link to go read the blog. Now, what am I doing? I'm sending people over to my website now. Here we go. You guys, once again, don't reinvent the wheel. Do not reinvent the wheel. Repurpose what you already have. So those of you that keep hollering out, you don't know what to send your list. I just gave you one idea right there. Because remember I said communicate with your list at least once a week. I know that you put content out at least once a week. I know you do that. You have to do that. So boom, I just solved your problem right there. Part 4, when I talk about having that continued communication with the people on your email list. Boom. Didn't I just now eliminate that as an excuse? Especially those of you that say I don't have time. There are people out there that will do it for you. Once again, let me put Amy's face up here, put a name up here so you can see who it is that I'm talking about. Go reach out to Amy. Amy, I need the help. I don't have the time. I can do the live stream, but I need your help with formatting my blogs. And she's kingdom. She's within the kingdom. Keep your dollars within the kingdom. Keep your dollars within the kingdom. Have it circulating within the kingdom. I'm just saying. Don't overthink this thing. Now, that's just one strategy that I just gave you guys that for some of you guys, it should relieve you. You should now be like, okay, Bev, no more excuses or now neglecting my email list. I can now be a better steward of my email list. Now, is that the only strategy? No, because there's also one key component. If you want to have powerful emails going out to your list, there is one key component that I'm going to share during the challenge. So sign up for the challenge. Here you go, Amy. She's going to make sure you get yourself all the way together. So there is one key component of powerful emails. And when I say powerful emails, remember I told you that there's levels to your emails. And so that first level or that first layer is to get people to open your email. And once again, people usually open your emails for one or two reasons, either name recognition or the subject line. And then once they open your email, you need them to read the email. And there's one key component when you have powerful emails that will get people to read it. And I'm going to share that key element during the challenge. If you use this particular format with your emails, I'm telling you, one is going to get them to open it. Two, they're going to actually read it. And then remember, I told you the third thing is for them to actually do the call to action. So if the call to action is for them to buy your course or to schedule a call with you or to reply back with a certain word or whatever it is, they're going to do it when you have this key element in your email. And that's going to be a part of the challenge that we do that starts July 25th. It's going to be a part of the live challenge that we do. There is power in this key element when it comes to your emails and getting people to actually do what you need them to do with your email. So you guys, like I said, the first thing, if you're struggling with how to have that consistent communication, and you guys, like I said, I also set a minimum of once a week. For my clients, when they're in launch mode and they're getting ready to launch something, I tell them you can email your people every day. If they have this key element, you can email your people every single day if you have a key element. There was one guy, I did a training with him, and he taught email your list every day. I don't email my list every day. I don't do that. But if you use this key element, the people, they will open your emails. They will actually look forward to your emails. If you have this key element, they will actually be looking forward to it. I remember I used this strategy because I told you guys about a year ago, I really got serious about my email. And so about a year ago, I tested out this key element that I'm talking about. I tested it out. So some of you guys, if you go back, you realize I emailed you. I think I emailed you every day. I want to say for 30 days. That might be exaggerated. It may have been 14 days. I can't remember. I have to go back to my list and look. And there was a key element that I had in every last one of those emails. And then once the testing was over, so whether or not I did it for 14 days or 30 days or whatever I did, when I stopped, people were messaging me like, well, Bev, what happened to the emails? Well, Bev, because there was this key element to it. So they will look for your email. Because some of you guys are like, Bev, yeah, if I email my people too much, I'm going to get on their nerves. They're going to think that I'm spamming. They're going to think that I'm scamming. They're going to think that all this stuff that we like to make up that keep us where we are, that keeps us in our comfort zone. But once again, if you have this key element, they will actually look for your emails. And when they don't get it, they're going to realize, hey, you okay? You all right? You still alive over there? What's going on? Because they have not received your email. If you have this key element in here. And so, like I said, during the 5-day challenge, so once again, Money in Your List 5-day challenge, we're going to talk about that key element. As a matter of fact, there's 2 parts to the challenge. So once again, immediately upon you signing up for the challenge, you move into the first phase and the timer starts. The first phase is for you to grow your email list. That's the first phase of this challenge. And then July 25th, we shift into the second phase, which is now the monetization part of the challenge. And so for those 5 days, you're going to send out emails to your list. And like I said, it's going to have this key element in here that I'm talking about that will get the people to actually open the emails. They're going to read your emails, and they're going to respond to your call to action. We're going to also implement a strategy for those people who don't open your emails. We're going to implement a strategy to get more people to actually open your emails. It's going to be a powerful challenge. And once again, that second part to this challenge is the monetization part of it, to actually get you to actually make more sales during that week as well. So every day you're going to email your list. Once again, I'm going to give you the template and everything. I am taking out the I don't know what to do. We're removing that element. Hey, Shalonda. But like I said, this key element that we're going to have, which once again is going to be a part of this continued communication that we're talking about for today, this key element, once again, I'm going to give you everything that you need to be able to do it. And when you have this key element, watch what happens. Watch what happens. Like I said, not only are the people going to open your emails, not only are they going to read the emails, they're going to be invested in your emails. And then when we stop, when the challenge is over, and after that 5th day, when they don't get an email on that 6th day, you're going to literally have some people that's going to message you and ask you what happened. Where's my email? Hey, Keisha. They're going to actually message you and ask you, where's my email? So like I said, if you have an email list, I am telling you, you need to make sure that you are a part of my 5-day challenge. Because once again, this key element with your emails is going to be that game changer. And like I said, watch, you're going to have people, even when the challenge is over, they're going to reach out and ask, well, hey, where's the email? How come you didn't email me today? I was looking forward to your email. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I didn't get your email. Like, you're going to have people invested in what we're going to talk about. Like I said, this key element when it comes to your emails. So like I said, if you see the link above my head, whatever platform you're joining me on, click on this. The challenge is only $67. The 5-day challenge is only $67. And once again, time you sign up, you move into the first phase. Shalonda, have you started? Let me know in the chat. Have you started, Shalonda? I know Shalonda signed up for the challenge. Shalonda, have you guys started with the content? You guys, I'm telling you. So like I said, the first phase of the challenge is list growing. So right now, we're just focused on list growing from now into the July 25th. We're just working on the list growing part right now. So once again, they have a little tracker and everything where they have to track in there what's going on with their list right now. And then boom, when we move into the second phase, we're going to get super laser focused on the monetization of your email list. So we want to make sure we have ideal people on your email list. And so once again, you're going to send out 5 emails to your list. And I'm going to give you the template, the script, whichever word you want to use. I'm going to give it to you. So we're going to eliminate the overthinking. Well, Bev, what if somebody on my list and they also on their list and win the same? Don't worry about it. You're doing too much. You're worried about the wrong thing. You need to be worried about what you're going to do with all this extra money. That's what you need to do. Okay, where this extra money going to go? That's what you want to be. That's what you want to plan out and map out. You want to map out how much money do I want to make from this challenge? And what am I going to do with it? That's what I want you to do. That's the only thing I want you trying to figure out. You and this Holy Spirit sitting down and working out. Where is that money going to go? That's what I want you to ask yourself. So you guys, once again, I just gave you one huge strategy when it came to having this continued conversation, communication with the people who are on your email list. Do not neglect the people who are currently here. Because once again, once they go through the nurture phase or the welcome phase after they get the freebie, you got to have people. You got to have that communication. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, yep, Shalonda's in the challenge. She says she has so many freebies. You guys, we're going to eliminate this too. You don't need to have 11 freebies. She said, I streamlined my freebie to align with my ideal client. She said, I am ready. She has gotten started. You guys know me. You know me. I'm about you taking action. We need to be about our Father's business. So we're about taking action. So do note the time you sign up for this challenge, Bev is going to put you to work. Y'all know me. You already know me. That's what some of y'all hadn't signed up yet. Like, babe, I ain't ready to do the work yet. Okay. When you click that button to pay that $67, you better be ready to put your work in day one, moment one. Because like I said, you get immediate access to the bonus masterclass. You get immediate access to that time you sign up. And like I said, that first goal is to grow your list. And so once again, that's what we're going to focus on. So once again, growing your list. And then those of you like, Bev, I already have people on my list, all that good stuff. Now, once again, what are you doing to have that continued conversation with them? So take this strategy that I just shared with you and implement. Those of you who have neglected your list. Well, Bev, it's been a while since I emailed my list. What do? Do exactly what I just said. You don't have to make a grand announcement. You don't have to do that. That is you and your pride. You don't have to do a grand announcement. Well, Ben, what if I start sending these emails and they unsubscribe? Cool, because you thank the Father for that, because now he's making room for the people who are supposed to be on your list. That's what you do with that. You thank the Father for that. Thank you for making the room. Because depending upon which email user platform you use, you got to pay for those people anyway. So I don't want people on there if this is not the space for them. So that's cool if they unsubscribe. I was talking to one of my clients yesterday, and she was like, when she made the shift to who her current ideal clients are, she said, people are unsubscribing each day. Like, cool, that's what you want. Because you want that space to be for your ideal clients. You guys get all in your head, and I always use that example. Think about the places where you subscribe to these people's email lists. And let's just talk about the businesses. They send you an email every day selling you something, sometimes multiple times a day. I don't know how many emails I get from New York and Company. I don't get mad. I don't come on social media, man, I'm so tired of New York and Company sending me these. They trying to get me to buy another one of these dresses. I know I look cute in their dresses. They trying to get me to buy one of these dresses. Man, they getting on my nerves. I don't understand. How come we don't do that for Macy's? How come we don't do that for Nordstrom's? How come we don't do that? But we'll get on here and do it for the small businesses when all you have to do is what? Scroll down to the bottom and unsubscribe. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. So that gets on their nerves to receive that continued communication with you, then they can unsubscribe. Because there are some people, they only sign up for your list to get the free gift. And that's fine. Because that lets you know, okay, that's not my ideal. That's not my person if they only wanted the freebie. But you pray for them and say, oh God, I pray that they get what they needed from that, and you keep it moving. You don't harp on that. You don't watch your list to see how many people are unsubscribed. No. Instead, you focus on the people who are there, who are your ideal client, and you being able to have that continued, consistent communication with them. So how are you continually and consistently communicating with the people who are on your email list? You want to make sure that when you do send that information and it hits their inbox, that it is valuable information, that it is valuable content. Be a good steward of your email list. So if you have not been consistent with the emails that you have sent to your list, go ahead and make that decision today that you will be. That you will be. That you will be. Okay? And like I said, use the strategy that I gave you today as one of the strategies. Once again, repurpose some content you already have out there. And then if you need support with it, I already shouted out Amy of how she may be able to support you. Don't make it hard. Do not overthink this thing. Okay? All right, you guys, that's all that I have for you guys today with part 4 of having that continued communication with your email list. Once again, those of you who are in the challenge, we're going to put this into effect. And once again, we're going to have 5 days of continued communication with the key element that you need to ensure that you have to get the people to open your emails and actually look forward to getting emails from you on a consistent basis and actually getting them to perform whatever the call to action is. So if the call to action is for them to schedule a call, they're going to schedule a call. If the call to action is for them to sign up for your masterclass that you have coming up or to sign up for your course, they're going to do it if you use this key element that I'm going to show during the challenge. You guys are so welcome. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Of course, if you guys have any specific questions for me, feel free to reach out to me. Once again, if you are not a part of the challenge, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting on? It's only $67 to join us. And once again, time you sign up, boom, you immediately start taking action. Day one, which is to focus on growing your list with your next 500 ideal clients on your list. That's going to be the first phase. And then phase 2, we shift into starts July 25th. That's going to be the live component of the challenge. So we'll shift into the live component. We'll have our own private Facebook group, all of that good stuff in there. So you guys, I'm telling you, go ahead and join us if you have not already signed up for the challenge. Okay. So you guys, I look forward to working with you guys. I look forward to those of you who are joining us in the challenge. I look forward to the testimonials, all of that. Awesome. I look forward to all of that stuff. I'm telling you. Okay. So once again, you guys, if you have any specific questions, feel free to reach out to me. You guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you on the other side of this live. Take care. Take care. Take care.